Our guest today is a film producer and lawyer who's also a music talent agent. He has managed many Nigerian top artists, ranging from King Wasiu Ayinde, Marshal K1 The Ultimate, The Band, Don Jazzy, El Did The Don, and the list goes on and on. And of course, he directed that particular video by the Tribesmen, Plenty Nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ayo Shonaiya in the building.
First of all, I would like to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And the reason I'm saying this to you is because of a contribution to the music industry. I mean, from the, start till we, built it to the Grammy level. I mean...
We are winning Grammys now.
We are winning Grammys now.
Yes.
How exactly do you feel? I
feel absolutely elated. Because, I mean, we talk about it just like nice back in the days. One day I'll bring the Grammy. Sometimes you say it out there and it happens. Maybe it doesn't happen to you, but it happens to someone else. But that Grammy win it's for all of us. For all of us from the beginning, from then Kenny and D1, from Obi Asika, from Jimmy Jad, from everybody that's contributed to this, our industry, the Grammys for. So I feel absolutely 100%.
Okay, how do you feel when you see any of your works now? Like we played Plenty Nonsense by Tribesmen.
I sing along to it.
How do you feel when you see the visuals and like, oh God, what were we doing?
I remember what we were doing that day. You know that place where they showed now, where the police were harassing? Yeah, that's where the ShopRite is now at First Bank.
Yeah.
That big space, by that big hotel. That's where we shot it.
What year was this?
2002, I think we shot the video. 2001 or 2. I think it's 2002.
Okay. Now, let's talk about, you're yet to talk about Afrobeats backstory.
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning. A whole lot of people, I want you to educate a whole lot of people because we know there's a genre Afrobeats.
Yes, with the S.
There's the genre Afrobeats, that's the Fela one, and there's the Afrobeats right now.
Which is what's happening now.
Which is what is happening right now. A whole lot of people get to mix it up. Can you break it down so that people know that there's one for Fela and the one people are doing right now?
Okay, Afrobeats.
Without the S.
Without the S is the one that's made famous by Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Baba. And that's a mixture of, back in the days, high life, jazz, and a little bit of funk, James Brown funk, which is what Fela brought to African music there. But Afrobeats now is a mixture of all that Afrobeats with pop, with dancehall, with even, like a lot of mix to make it. So it's pretty much African pop music, but it's just called Afrobeats. And the reason why I chose that name for my documentary is because that's the name people are throwing out now. It started out in the UK where I used to live. Well, I still live. Yeah. I spend more time in Nigeria now. I bet my wife is watching now. Say, where do you live? So in the UK, and then it has become the name that a lot of people are saying that we should use as an umbrella name. There's still some people that say maybe you shouldn't touch Afrobeats.
Yes.
Because don't you think that's a disrespect?
Well, I used to think so.
Okay.
If you watch my documentary, you see there was an interview I did in 2015. I said, I hate that name. Don't touch Fela's music. Don't touch Fela's legacy. But now, funny enough, that name I started to embrace because of my own daughter, who's named Fela as well. She's named after Fela. So she told me that word Afrobeats, Afrobeats, when they say it, but the industry belongs to the kids now. So if me, an old guy now, is saying no, and everybody is saying it, I'll just become that old guy that's just saying his own. So Afrobeats, I think, in the documentary, Simi, Simi the singer, she said, Afrobeats is the child of Afrobeats. So it's just like a child bearing his father's name. And I said, absolutely, I'll take,
Like Fela Jr.
Exactly. But now, Fela's many children. There's Afro swing, Afro, Niniola is doing Afro house. But, Afrobeats is African beats. And I think it's the perfect name for it. So that's the reason why.
So in 2008, UNESCO actually declared that reggae genre should be preserved. That, for the global culture, as a global cultural treasure.
Yes. And
then you asked a particular question and you were like, okay, so what would be the legacy of Afrobeats? What would it stand for? What would be... I am putting that question back to me,
yeah. So you've done your research, so you're following me.
Yeah, so of course, in years to come.
Yes.
What do you think Afrobeats with the S would stand for?
Well, first of all, I would want the same recognition for Afrobeats and Afrobeat Fela as they are recognizing reggae. You understand? That's number one. I would want that. What I want Afrobeats to stand for is African beats. Every song made by an African that has African beats. And when I say beats, it's the drums, it's the percussion, it's the... Sorry, going back to my documentary again, which is a history lesson. I mean, it's like a history lesson. There's a drum pattern in Ghana. People call it the Ghana bounce. You've heard it before. It's the 5-beat pattern. It's that one that, you know, back, you know, that's the type of... Those kind of beats infused into Afrobeats and pop music is what Afrobeats is. It's just that bounce. There's a guy I interviewed in Ghana called JMJ. He's a studio engineer and he's worked with a lot of artists. He said some rhythms just move you naturally. You do not need to think about it. If you hear an Afrobeat, you move your shoulders. You move your shoulders. But you see, the shoulders of the world is moving now. So it's not just our own natural. You know, it's us because Oyinbo people are moving. You play Coco Below just now. You know when people are saying, Orimi dugbe dugbe. Now, people are bopping their heads to Afrobeats. So the shoulders of the world is moving now. And it should be preserved like that. So that's why I think Afrobeats will be in the future.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out the trailer for Afrobeats Backstory. And of course, we still have Ayo Shonaiya in the building. Let's go.
There was nothing like Remedies, there was nothing like Idris, there was nothing like Kennis.
Tribesmen, Remedies, Paul Play, and Plantation Boys.
I would first mention Remedies.
98, 99.
We started to see a change in the music.
1999.
Omoto Sean Olamide Wizkid right there. And did you see the cameo appearance right there? Ayo Shonaiya right there in the video? Like, oh gee, like, oh Tony. Okay, so in the documentary, I heard DJ Abat say that not every beat, every sound in Africa is Afrobeat.
It's true.
I mean, I want you to shed some light on it because, of course, some people still don't like the fact that, you know, Afrobeats, they don't, like, how do you put every genre?
See, but when I was doing interviews for the documentary, I did 147 interviews in 8 countries. So, you know, some people in South Africa, they have their own, you know, some people in East Africa have their own Kwaito music, Ndombolo music. Now they're having this Amapiano.
All this. We're still in, by the way.
No, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people will say, well, not every song is Afrobeat. The Afrobeats is just Niger or Niger and Ghana. It's fine, but Niger and Ghana are the ones that are reigning right now. We're the one winning Grammys. Let's boast a little bit. And, you know, I mean, before the Burna Boy and Wizkid, you know, people like, not even nomination alone. Afrobeat has won the Ghana, you know, as a contributor to Ed Sheeran's music album. So not all music is Afrobeats, but it's, I believe, and that's what my crusade is, it's the most dynamic genre that's coming out of Africa right now. That's the genre that's taking over the world.
Why did you decide to do this documentary?
Because before you even answer that question, I mean, a cue to that, because, you know, I want to know, because you documented this from 1992.
1999.
1999.
Yes.
And then you started off like 1992, I think, or something?
Well, 1992 was, 1992, I graduated film school. 1998, I graduated law school. So I've done film school, I've done law school. And I was doing a documentary on K1 The Ultimate.
Which you saw on his birthday?
Yes.
So if you say that...
That's when I entered music.
Yes. So if you say that, it took me 2 years. I don't think it took you 2 years. You had started... What were you thinking when you started documenting?
Oh, no. I was thinking about this documentary. I was in 1999.
So it was a strategy?
Yes. I've been filming. Throughout my career, 20 years in music, in 1999 to 2019, I had a camera with me. I was filming everything. We
saw the Kwamon one.
Yeah, so that I can put it out. It's just that the actual production of it, which is the interviews, the traveling, the editing, you know, this is my editing beard. It was when I was, you know, during the lockdown, that was when I was editing. I didn't used to have this. But a lot of people say it's nice now.
It's okay. Beard gang, white beard gang.
Oh, Lord.
So this question.
So my question, why did you start to do this?
I started doing it because I know that what was germinating then is going to be big in the future. I'm not a prophet, but I just thought, okay, this thing we're doing now is going to mean something 20 years' time. So I just started filming everything. I have archives like Boku. You know, I have on the plane, I did 5 years with K1 The Ultimate. I have videos everywhere we go. I have same thing with the bands, Don Jazzy, Tribesmen, Akon, you know, Ludacris. I have videos of everybody. In fact, the videos I'm using, the archives I'm using for this documentary is about maybe 40–50%. I still have more videos that I can do different documentaries.
Talking about K1,
Yes.
The ultimate.
Oluomo.
Yes, on his birthday, and then you mentioned in the documentary that is the biggest artist you have managed,
Yes,
and then you
that's
mentioned
true.
Akon,
Yes.
Akon that is global.
Yes.
You know,
It-
and I really want to know, how do you see it? So why did you say this?
Let me break it down for you. King Wasiu Ayinde made his first album in 1980, Iba.
Okay.
This guy has been putting out albums since 1980 till now. First of all, Akon was, okay, let me not give you Akon's age. You know, seriously. So that's like 81 to now is 40 years.
Yeah.
So he's been on top for 40 years. We've been everywhere. Before Akon started his music career, K1 has been out there. I joined him in 99 till 2004. You understand? For 5 years, I did 5 albums with him. I traveled the world. We took Fuji to Mount Fuji. You understand?
To
we
Mount
took
Fuji, yeah.
No, we took Fuji everywhere. We spread it and we made it. You see, people that are making money now, they are saying, oh, they are balling. We were balling. We will make money. They will pay for performance. They will spray us. After that, people will even come and appreciate Wasiu yourself at the hotel before we even leave the city. K1 is the biggest artist I've ever managed. It's like no, you know, if Akon has won Grammy and is global and everything, K1 is global.
True,
You understand? So really, we should start looking inwards. Now that we're winning Grammy, don't let us feel as if, oh yeah, they are now accepted us. We are big in our own space already. So definitely, yes, K1 is the biggest artist I've ever managed.
So what should we look forward to? Talking about the backstory, Afrobeats.
The backstory, you should look forward to a lot of interviews, a lot of revealing stories. It's not the story, it's the backstory. So that one is more interesting, how things germinate and everything. And this thing took a lot out of me. I mean, apart from the fact that I produced it myself, because I had the, you know, I still had to like try and get support. And people were not thinking, which documentary are you doing? So I had to go out and do it myself. I mean, I got some support from like a couple of sponsors, Techno, Boomplay, all these people, because they are interested in music and they are supporting music. Yeah. You understand? But apart from, and Pepsi as well. Sorry, I don't want to be doing advertising. But really, I should give people who support this, our industry, they're not just artists or anything. So Boomplay, Techno, they support the industry and they supported me.
Is it out on any streaming platform?
It's going to be out on the stream on a streaming platform right after the premiere on April 2nd.
You're premiering a documentary?
Yes, but what we're doing is 9 episodes of 45 minutes each, but we're only showing the first 2 episodes. So after that, you now go, because you can't sit and watch documentary. So it's going to be a first. Okay. People are actually going to watch a documentary and learn, you understand, and be entertained as well. So a lot of the music clips, how I met Tribesmen, a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of stuff is there.
All right, thank you very much.
She's like, don't worry. Do you want to come? Do you want to come?
Of course. I wish we had more time, but then there is no.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll be looking out for Afrobeats backstory and, of course, everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we're going to a quick break. I'll be back to wrap up the show. Let's go. Hey.